You're listening to WTIM, your information station. It's time now for your expanded local news. Three teenagers were involved in a single car accident in the early morning hours on Tuesday, October 7th. At approximately 2:18 a.m., Christian County 911 was informed of a vehicle crash at 1400 East Road near 1100 North Road in Taylorville. Upon arrival, first responders confirmed that the three juveniles died as a result of the incident. The investigation remains ongoing. Law enforcement that arrived at the scene included the Christian County Sheriff's Office, Taylorville Police Department, Illinois State Police and Crash Reconstruction, Taylorville Fire Department, and the Christian County Coroner's Office. Regional Radio News will continue to follow the investigation and provide updates as they become available. With Chili Fest now in the books, attention turns back to construction projects in and around the Taylorville Square. The work around the Taylorville Food Center is nearly complete. Crews will soon begin repairing the roads and sidewalks in and around the square itself and areas to the west of it. There are concerns that the work could impact Chili Fest as of next year, but officials nonetheless are looking forward to what could become of the square after the construction. Taylorville Mayor Bruce Berry is keeping a close eye on all those developments. He says new grants will help get the square project up and going.
I would say late spring, early
Late spring.
summer next year, we should be starting that. Our next big road project will be West Main. We'll be starting that here this fall still and doing some preliminary work. And so that'll be on the next one. And then after that, our $5 million project around the square. We're holding out hope that we'll still get another some grant money to do the blocks around the square. So we can just pray and hope for that. We did receive a grant. We got word of it last week that we got a $461,000 grant for engineering for the downtown area. So that's a great news. And so we'll continue to hope.
As for work on West Main, it's expected to see initial steps before winter of 2025. Crews will dig deeper, both figuratively and literally, as of next year in 2026.
Well, I think you'll see some activity there in a couple of weeks, just doing some preliminary work. Of course, they won't do much work during the winter months, but some of that. Maybe new water lines down that area also, and new curbs and gutters and sidewalks and road pavement from Webster Street all the way past Cheney Street and beyond. So hopefully that's our number one parade route. So. We will have to, hopefully it will be done by next, or partially done, where we can, down at the 4th of July, parade route will be down that. So we'll have to figure out another parade route for the 4th of July parade.
Okay.
You know, that's the 250th of America. So that's the big event coming up next year.
Going back to Chili Fest, Mayor Berry was there again after missing it last year. He was impressed with the turnout in both visitors and in the vendors.
Very well, very well. The attendance was astronomical. I thought the weather was great, a little bit warm, but other than that, I thought the events went over very smoothly. And the chili cooks are, good to see a lot of visitors from out of town come in and cook chili, and my hat's off to Tom Calvert, the director of the last 28 chili cook-offs. I guess he's retiring after this year. So what a wonderful job he's done for the past 28 years.
I heard as much as well about Tom, and it sounds like deservingly so.
Right.
But also, 28 years, that's a long time.
Right. And like I said at the beginning, they recognized Bobby Hall and Donnie Marsango. They're the ones that originally started the chili cook-offs, and they're both were contestants for years and years and years. And it was great to see those get their accolades also. So, we are the chili capital of the world. So I think we put on a good presentation.
When it comes to the vendors, Mayor Berry credits the many organizations which have gotten involved with the event, as well as the organizers for bringing them in.
I think the vendors is what amazes me. We used to have the square full, and we'd have 40 or 50 or 60 vendors, and now I saw somewhere where there was 177 vendors, and I don't know how they place them all and stuff. And now with the entertainment tent moved to not only the south side of the square, the north side of the square, I think it's a great addition. And the bags tournament's always a big deal. And the FFA kiddie tractor pull went over well yesterday and things. And it's great to see the different organizations from Taylorville get involved, but also visitors from around the area and even from other states that come for the chili video. It's always the same weekend, the first Saturday in October, and so we like that.
More information on the city of Taylorville is available by visiting taylorville.net. Bruce Berry appeared as a guest on the WTIM morning show. Moving now to concluding our first portion of your expanded local news is Taylorville Community Credit Union with Will Perkins and that general loan rate.
Looking to save more and stress less? This is Will Perkins. At Taylorville Community Credit Union, we're here to help you build a stronger financial future with great loan and deposit rates, convenient locations, and service from people you know and trust. We're member-owned, member-focused, and proud to serve anyone who lives or works in Christian, Montgomery, or Shelby counties. Discover the credit union difference. TCCU is your partner in financial success. Member NCUA.
A Taylorville High School alumnus and longtime community member will lead the line at the school's homecoming parade today. The school's student council has named Chuck Martin as the Grand Marshal for the parade. It'll begin today at 5:30 p.m. Martin has been and continues to be involved in several local endeavors. He has been the executive director of the Christian County Coal Mine Museum for the last 10 years. He is also a member of the Taylorville Kiwanis Club, including serving a portion of that time as president. Martin played baseball and basketball at THS and earned a spot in the Taylorville Sports Hall of Fame in 2003. Martin learned during the Taylorville High School football game at home to Canton that he was chosen as Grand Marshal. When he was called over to be informed, he did not expect that to be the outcome.
Well, it came as a complete surprise. Matt Hutchison told me at a football game, and he pointed to me. I was sitting in the bleachers, and he pointed to me to come down and talk to him. I thought I'd somehow gotten into trouble and had to go see the principal. But when I got down there, it was all good news. He didn't explain exactly the criteria for which they use to choose a grand marshal of the homecoming parade, but for some reason I must have qualified. He pointed to me 3 or 4 times. I kept looking behind me thinking, well, he must be wanting to talk to someone sitting behind me in the bleachers, but no, finally he yelled my name, Chuck. And I said to Mary Jo, she was sitting there at the football game, I said, I don't know what I've done, but I'm going to deny it. I'm going to just tell him I didn't do it. And he told me that the student council apparently makes this decision. And I was going to be the Grand Marshal of the Homecoming Parade 2025. I'm looking forward to it. It's an honor. It's a humbling experience. I think highly of Taylorville High School and what it did for me as a young man. And I tried to give back every chance I can to the school and to the athletics.
Martin says that he is preparing to do a lot of waving, but he looks forward to doing his part to contribute some joy to the community.
I've been working on my wave. I've been telling everybody I'm working on my wave. I got the right hand wave down pretty well. The left hand's a little bit stiff, so I'm going to have to do a little bit better practicing tonight, perhaps. It's tomorrow at 5:30. Of course, as you know, it leaves the fairgrounds and goes to the square. I hope there's a good turnout. I hope the weather cooperates. I enjoy putting a smile on the kids' faces, so we're going to throw out candy and try to get some enthusiasm for the homecoming event, the parade itself, and, of course, the critical game against Charleston Friday night. I know that Charleston's winless. Taylorville should handle them without too much trouble, but you just never know. So you can't lose focus when an athletic contest is about to be challenged. And Charleston will probably be here hoping that they can break into the win column and spoil the homecoming. And sometimes a good crowd helps the players perform better. So I'm hoping that that's a result.
One of the most meaningful contributions in his view to Taylorville has been keeping the Christian County Coal Mine Museum running. He did so despite living over 3 hours away for some of that time.
I'd made a bedside promise to Will Stone, who was the founder and previous executive director, that I would keep it running. Even though I lived in Byron at the time, I wasn't quite sure how I would do that, but Will passed away a few weeks after I promised him I would do it. And then I felt an obligation. I have the obligation to live up to my word. And for 3 years, I came here once a week just to keep the museum open. And then thankfully, we had a lady from town purchase the museum for us, and now we have this great location, and it's just been a godsend for me. Gave me a sort of a purpose in life to get up and get going in the morning and stay active and give back to the community.
More information on the homecoming plans is available at the Taylorville High School Student Council's Facebook and Instagram pages. People in Central Illinois have the opportunity to support local Vietnam War veterans ahead of the final Land of Lincoln Honor Flight of 2025. Mission number 76 is scheduled for Tuesday, October 21st. It will serve 93 veterans from 62 Illinois hometowns. The veterans and their guardians will fly from Abraham Lincoln Capital Airport at 4 a.m. to Washington, D.C. They will visit memorials for World War II and the Korean and Vietnam Wars, as well as Arlington National Cemetery and several other museums and memorials. They will land back at the same airport in Springfield around 9:30 p.m. that same day. The general public, friends, and family are invited to welcome the veterans and their guardians at either end of the trip. Joan Bortolone is the Land of Lincoln Honor Flight president and says this experience for the veterans may be the only time that they receive a hero's welcome for their service, given the divided public opinion towards the Vietnam War at the time. Land of Lincoln Honor Flights are organized at no cost for the veterans and their guardians. Funding is secured entirely through donations. The public's attendance at the flight's takeoff and landing is also free. Volunteers will direct attendees accordingly and provide shuttle service for those that need it. LLHF is planning on providing 3 flights in 2026. Seriously impaired or terminally ill veterans are given priority. Any veterans who, because of an impairment or illness, cannot physically participate may instead take part in the Land of Lincoln Honor Flight's Flightless Honor Flight. Veterans and guardians can apply for the program of their choosing by visiting landoflincolnhonorflight.org. Edinburgh High School is teaming up with Impact Life to host a community blood drive later this month. The drive will take place on Monday, October 20th from 1 to 4 p.m. inside the Impact Life donor bus at 100 East Martin Street in Edinburgh. Impact Life provides blood components for hospitals throughout our region. Organizers say blood donations help save lives every day, and local participation is key to keeping supplies strong. Those who gave blood on or before August 25th are eligible to donate again. As a thank you, donors will receive an Impact Life reward, with the choice being between a $20 e-gift card, a $20 charity donation, or bonus points towards a special October t-shirt. This will conclude the second portion of your expanded local news, and it's brought to you by C&B Bank and Trust.
Farming never takes a day off, and neither should your banking. At CNB Bank and Trust, our regular business checking account lets ag businesses run smoothly, and you'll have anytime, anywhere access with digital banking, bill pay, a debit card, e-statement, even QuickBook upload, so you can focus on harvest, not paperwork, helping farmers do what they do best, grow. Stop by your local branch or visit cnbil.com today. CNB Bank and Trust, helping to open doors since 1854. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Moving now to obituaries, which can be found at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com and are brought to you by Sutton Memorial Home.
When it comes to organizing your life, Sutton Memorial Home in Taylorville has some words of advice. Consider pre-planning your funeral. The death of a loved one can be a traumatic event in people's lives, and you can spare your family the burden of planning a funeral when they are grieving. Sutton Memorial Home knows that establishing a pre-arrangement assures that important decisions and your personal selection are made in advance and spares your family an additional burden at their time of loss. Sutton Memorial Home in Taylorville. Caring is what they do best.
80-year-old Stephen R. or Steve Durbin of Sullivan died on October 5th. Visitation is October 10th from 4 p.m. until 7 p.m. at Reed Funeral Home in Sullivan. Funeral arrangements are being handled by Reed Funeral Home in Sullivan. And 77-year-old Gail Leon Burkhart of Taylorville, formerly of Kincaid, died on October 2nd. Burial will be at Assumption Cemetery before winter. Cremation rights have been accorded. and arrangements will be made at a later date. Funeral arrangements are being handled by Masterson Funeral Home in Kincaid. Get details on these and other local news stories at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com or on WTIM, your only local news radio.